angry media has left is process. But you know, we dig a leader with great aim who'll take a risk on America's behalf, not a guy whose aim failed the country, but also the toilet. Let's This brook doesn't babble when fighting the radical rabble. Human rights. He used to do crack. Now he looks like someone who used to do crack. Comedian Rich Ross. She's toured with the band and read Ayn Rand. Host of the Kennedy Saves the World podcast, Kennedy. And like a game of bridge, old ladies like to do them once a week with friends. New York Times bestselling author, comedian, and former NWA world champion Tyrus. Brooke, I made a decision today. I gave this story 24 hours and I said, that's all you deserve. This is all you deserve. That spent 4 years covering up incompetence and lack of security to then lecture us that there's a breach in security and there's incompetence. Them.
Yeah.
How you doing, honey?
Well, but we both know that this is going to drag on and on, okay?
Yes.
Because that's all they have, like you said in your intro. Obviously, this is not good. Is it not out of proportion? Absolutely. Is this an example of a narcissistic journalist putting himself at the center of the story? Absolutely, because there would be no security breach if he had done the right thing. If you're on the wrong thread, you should point itself out. You should flag it and take yourself off. And he claims to care about national security, but instead he puts himself at the center of the story and he blows it out of proportion and risks our national security by publishing the thread. It is so obvious that it's a diversion from what we all have to be doing, which is thanking President Trump for making the Middle East more peaceful and safer. We're not able to have any of our shipping ships through the Suez Canal for over 2 years. That is unacceptable. It is unacceptable that the Houthis taken off the terror list. Trump carried out an excellent attack, carried out the mission to perfection, and that's what we should be right now.
It's funny,
Good morning,
Rich,
Kit Kat.
what you're wearing.
Everybody's doing good. So far, so
ever,
good.
Like, use the Signal app to chat with like your
the
bookie?
fur babies are doing great.
I'm on the run right now. Doesn't Biden look like Fire Marshal Bill?
Yeah.
Let's get you the cat lady. Meow.
So I don't like the group chats, any of that, because I don't want to apologize to more than one person.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I always I by accident sent my mom nude pictures. Okay? Thankfully, she's been dead for 10 years, so she didn't know.
Both were stiff.
Ew.
So,
Jesus, Greg.
Wait, did I embarrass you?
Which is hard to do as long as I've been on this show, but calling him stiff and his mama stiff is fighting words for him, so I'm just saying.
Well,
Sorry with my mama, I gotta cut you. So.
but it's a lie. I'm not stiff.
Shit.
Kennedy, this is a family show.
We need a
wanted
guinea
to
pig
remind
stream.
you.
Yes.
And I'm
Adam's fan.
can say, Rich is not stiff. I checked in the green room. Part of the HR protocol.
Am I losing reception?
Goldberg, he's the boy who cried wolf. 2 hoaxes.
The problem with
the
that
Russian hoax, the late losers hoax about Trump saying so.
I'm in the middle.
Why do we have to any of these people?
Because he's desperate for clicks. Like the only thing he is
And the
doing
reception
here
is bad.
trying to raise the profile of the Atlantic.
I'll try to figure it
and
out.
he thinks, I was talking to my domestic
Speaking
partner.
of,
What's her name?
Thank you. So Patty and I were talking. It's a male, but my brother says that whenever I say domestic partner, I sound like a lesbian, which is fine. I'm an ally and I don't.
And those are lesbian glasses, by the way.
Do you know how many times a week I get called sir? At this point, I've just given up. Like, if I don't get misgendered,
I can't
feel
tell
offended.
if you look like Rachel Maddow or Chris Hayes or Richard Lovechild.
That actually would make everyone so just thinking about the food.
Yep.
yeah, I opened up their little area. I open up their little area. Like usually they have the flat whiteboard. Then I put up the gates with the holes in it. So
But Chris Hayes is such
They can interact.
dummy knob.
Yeah.
It's the greatest security breach of our lifetime. It's like, what? You don't remember Afghanistan?
Yeah,
Like you don't remember 9/11?
Yeah.
That is so disingenuous.
Yeah, so-
he needs
and then change their water out.
Yes.
I think they clean their feet in their water. It's crazy. Because every time I go in there, their water is full of alfalfa hay.
I'm trying
Like,
to
how do you
crack
do
the
that?
F words.
How do you get alfalfa?
I
Good
just
morning,
can't-
Wendy.
yeah, I'm with,
Good
hey, I'm
morning,
with
my
you.
love.
I'm with you. Like, they, man.
Thanks for being here.
What? He's so. Is it Goldberg? Is it?
Yeah, go for it.
That's the one.
That's so.
He's so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, you had an inside track. You could have been the greatest war correspondent ever.
Yes.
Just shut it.
They are party animals.
Give critiques.
I don't know
you
how
had
to
an
get so much
inside track.
alfalfa in
Yes.
the wood.
It was literally to catch a Republican.
Yeah.
He had the TV show set
So
up,
weird.
and he jumped in on the wrong.
It's like when my
you
horse
set up the whole catch a.
uses butter in her water bucket and rinses her mouth out in her bucket and makes it all gross. Yeah, I've seen raccoons do that, Kit Kat. I don't know how they dirty their water up so fast. So fast.
Be by like
So every morning,
next Monday when they're still having
have to
panels
uncover
over this,
them,
when they decide that this was
give them
worse
fresh water,
than January 6th.
a little bit of alfalfa.
You know, like that will be
They always
the
have
next
kibble.
move. But like,
so.
yeah, this again, Will Kane on the Will Kane show.
It's a little chilly this morning,
destroyed them
guys.
today. What was it? Senator Kane, Congress, pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, pro. Asshole. He was like trying to say like Pete Headrest needs to be fired.
Yeah,
and he's like,
that
wow, you really
stuff
feel strongly about this? Yes, I
sucks.
do, as an American. And he said, well, cool. I have your
I don't understand
remarks
why
when,
it's
on
so-
Afghanistan, which he admitted was old mistakes,
Cheesy.
lives for loss. And he said, did you ask for anyone to get fired then? No, because that's apples to oranges. And Will Kane said, yeah, because those oranges got killed, murdered them. Like they have no argument. This is a stupid. You're mad that Pete's in. Was somebody took responsibility for it? The president said it won't happen again. It can't be more transparent.
Mama
than that.
Ray, there
No
you
lives were
are.
lost. So move on, but you can't. because
Yeah,
you
it's
have to talk about
Thursday,
success.
Mama.
I want a new hourly show where Tyra summarizes from other shows so you don't have to watch Fox. All right, this was on Fox. 3 people yelled at each other. Okay.
News
The
and
2
coffee
faces
time.
of Jasmine Crockett.
Being dumb, the new face of the DNC. Gather round, that's our Jasmine.
Let me see if I can get this dog to take a shit for me.
Nice. Jasmine Crockett still conceals the meaning of Hot Wheels. The Texas congresswoman still apologized over making fun of Texas Governor Abbott's disability. Here's what she said that kicked it off.
We in these hot ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now.
Whoa.
And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot ass mess, honey. So
Now, she claimed she wasn't talking about Abbott's wheelchair at all. Yet she's mentioned Abbott's wheel before. In 2022, she posted Beto's rolling around the state. Where's Abbott rolling to? And according to the Washington Free Beacon, Crockett also liked several Facebook comments for Abbott as Hot Wheels back in 2021. But is Jazz having an identity crisis? This is her now.
it's Ted Cruz. I mean, like, this dude has to be knocked over the head, like, hard, right? Like, there is no night. And to be clear, free speech is not about whatever it is that y'all want me to say. And the idea that you want to shut down everybody that is not Fox News is bull. We need to stop playing because that's what y'all are doing.
But wait, this was her before she went to D.C.
It's good to see you in the new year.
She's so
You know,
stubborn.
no one could have told me.
So
Went
stubborn.
down to Austin. Now looks
You
like
have
a
to
little
take
bit
a
over
ski.
ago that I would be running for Congress. It's just not what my plan was. But what I've always decided.
I'll be
is
right
that I
back.
would
This
step
dog is
up
being difficult.
when there was a need.
Come on, you gotta.
Tyrus! I come to you for no particular reason. Can you please explain to me what happened to that young, smart,
I'll take it from there, Gus. I'm going to explain to you what happened.
Okay.
Same thing that happened on this show.
Yes.
She got the job. That get the job voice. Remember when I first met you? Good evening, Gus. Oh, it's
Yes.
nice to meet you. It's a real pleasure to be here. Oh, cool. Once I got the job, look at what it is. Let's crack jokes. That's all it is. That's all it is. You know, it's just you gotta to get the job. You know, you gotta leave the Negro at home and do the what it is after, and then once you get in, you can say whatever you want to say. Listen, everyone talks different with their crew and their people. Everyone has a different way of talking when they're with other people. She's too comfortable, and she thinks she's clever when she does that. But here's the cold part. Somebody's writing that for her.
Yeah.
That's why she had to remember and look back, because apparently Hot Wheels she thought was going to be someone thought it was a wonderful joke and it was going to do. So she set it up, but she doesn't read good because she's like, and this, and then she said the Hot Wheels, and as soon as she said it, it didn't get the reaction that she thought it would. Paused again. So again, when you have people writing, this is why when white people write black thing, weird happens.
Yeah.
And this is what happens.
Well,
Like, if I wanted to get ethnic on somebody, I wouldn't go and be like, "Hey, Joe, write me some hood." No offense, Tyrus, I get right to it. Gee Willikers, that's not the guy. What? That doesn't sound key?
listen, I can write you some hood. White people crazy. They pay taxes, stuff like that. Right? Crazy ass crackers going to not talking. See, here's showing on time.
Did you were you on the Def Jam comedy?
I've done every urban. You can only hold the white man down. I was the first white comic on Def Jam. It was on for 5 years. Then I went on. And so
Token?
what's that?
Finally.
I hate myself. I was
Shit,
this
finally.
is 25 years ago.
Damn it.
And if I went on now, I would just sit out and I walked out like, I'm like, like, and I looked back at it. I mean, I did grow up in a neighborhood in Princeton.
Look at you beautiful people in here.
I grew up in a black neighborhood. But I pandered
Look
when
at
I was
you
on the
beautiful
show.
people
But I
in
did
here.
all the urban show.
Hey,
BET,
Gangsta Granny.
all of them, Hey,
Happy morning.
it is what it is, bro.
Kennedy, how long is she going to keep this thing that she wasn't talking about, the wheelchair?
Come on, babe, you're full of. I know that, Jasmine. I think what happened was AOC was like, you guys, I need to triangulate and be serious. I'm going to be a senator. So someone has to be a talking attention whore. Who's it going to be? And Jasmine raised her hand and goes, excuse me, Congresswoman Cortez? I speak jive.
What it is.
That's funny.
My mama didn't raise dummy.
Oh,
Brooke, could she be the new face of the Democrat Party?
Unfortunately, she is. It's so sad that this is what plays. The point is jive, so to speak, really become irresponsible instrument to violence. Why is she getting away with saying you can punch opponents?
Guinea pigs are making the cutest little sounds right
now. To the head, or all I want for my birthday is take Elon down. This is quite dangerous rhetoric from an elected official. I think Pam Bondi was absolutely right when she told her to watch it, because we are seeing people go out on the street, vandalize and destroy other Americans' property because they have a different political opinion than Elon Musk. And what we're doing and what the Democratic Party has done.
You know what's hilarious about this whole Elon Musk thing? Like 15 months ago, you were killing the earth unless you bought an electric vehicle, a Tesla. You were killing the planet. You were killing the planet, and now, well, now, it's cute. It's cute. It's cute. What did they do? They spent like $15 billion on like 8 charging stations that never used. They've been blown up now, and they're all kinds of fucked up, man. They're all kinds of fucked up. Like, you were killing the planet if you did not buy a Tesla. This shit's funny. It's like, hindsight's 2020, isn't it? Who knew?
And basically what their platform is normalizing hatred and normalizing violence
So funny.
against someone because you agree with their political opinion. And she's basically the
It's
poster
so
child for
funny.
that right now.
Well, that is
No, you are
an
literally
amazing
killing the planet.
transition to the story that we will be covering
And you know
next.
what Elon Musk
Very
said,
good.
Kit Kat? Elon Musk said, they're mad because I'm cutting off their money. They're coming after me because Doge is working. If Doge wasn't working, they wouldn't be going after him. And I'm like, duh, yeah. Fast clap. You know. Yeah. Yeah. If you didn't buy one, you were literally killing the planet. And now, if you buy one, you're literally killing the planet. Oh, fuck, I can't.
Brooke. Typical white chick. Up next, smile.
Now
You're
if you
on
buy
Tesla
one, you're
camera.
killing the planet. You're killing America.
Away. Hey, it's video of the day.
It's like, get a life.
They're the superstars in keying cars. Another video of a dope keying a Tesla is going viral because the dude with the camera doing it, and then also caught on camera denying it to cops. Roll it, Doris.
You don't know what happened?
No.
So, you want to talk about what happened here?
No.
Okay. I don't know what happened. You see that Tesla?
No.
Okay. Well, we have something. Okay.
Now, either these losers don't know they're being recorded by built-in cameras or don't care because they have nothing to lose. But it raises a question. With so many attacks against Tesla at once and in tandem, doesn't it seem...
This is the funniest thing, too, is, are these idiots so stupid that they don't realize that the car is literally covered in cameras? The forward-facing camera, a rear camera, there's like 2 side view cameras. Like, hello? You know, the people doing this has never even driven or seen a Tesla before because they would know then that the thing's got like 15 onboard cameras. I can't. Oh, the stupidity is real.
like Democrats are
Oh,
easily programmable?
remember that show?
They act so readily on
You
suggestion.
guys remember that show? What was it? The Stupidest Crooks. Was it a show or was it a segment on like the news or something? And like we would do the dumbest crook. Exactly, they self-drive. They have to have cameras. Yeah, so that's why there's 15 onboard cameras. World's dumbest criminal. Yes, that's it. God, chat is the best brain helper ever. I swear. Yes, the world's dumbest criminals. That's exactly what I feel like I'm watching.
Say the same things, tweet the same things, do the same things.
Oh,
so they've been
bless
brainwashed. We know the legacy media goal was to brainwash, and thanks to the car's cameras, we see the effects of their persuasion repeat in short, intense time. It would be nice if the media used their power of persuasion in a more constructive manner. Instead, they have liberals keying other liberals' cars. You know, when they should be convincing them to do something helpful, like jumping off the nearest bridge. Rich, do you own a car, or do you just...
Hopefully, Kat, the owners of the two have been put out with, you know, that money would go to them, hopefully. But It's absolutely ridiculous. Car theft got found in jail, still car. Right home. Could have asked, they would have taken you. Oh, Tesla does the repairs. Hey, Kit Kat, yeah, that is a self-feeding monopoly, isn't it? That's a self-feeding monopoly, Kit Kat. That's hilarious. Yes, you're 100% right. That was on that show. Yeah. Yeah, the dumbest criminals. You know what? I'm going to have to see if YouTube's got any episodes, because shit was funny. This shit was funny. Yeah, that's a monopoly right there. For sure. Red Mama. Yeah, that's a monopoly. That's like, okay, in this town that I live in, they used to have a steel mill, right? And the steel mill built community for the workers to live in. So they owned all the houses, and then the work had to pay the rent. And then the owners of the steel mill also owned the grocery store and the liquor store. So people would go to work, earn their paycheck, all right, pay their people, pay for their groceries. So they would work, okay, and then pay their paycheck back to the mill. Right, right. That's a monopoly. Yeah, okay, so like, you're literally working for just your wages. They own everything. Yes, that's what happened here. That's how this whole town was built. And that's called a monopoly, baby, where even when you pay out, it comes back to you.
Sleep in one.
A lot of times I have. My car got keyed recently.
It's evil, but it's smart.
And where I live.
Yeah,
so,
it's evil, but
know,
it's smart.
Like it's
really
liberal,
smart.
Liberal crime.
Modern day slavery.
I thought of a way to end all this protests on the college campuses. Mm-hmm. Just us sell Palestinian flags and scarves.
You're living your own life. Hello, how are you? No children allowed here.
But you see what
this is a 21 plus chat. My mods will check that you are an adult. If you're not an adult, you'll be hid from the channel.
I'm sorry.
If you are an adult, hello and welcome.
On the canoe. Kennedy, do you feel like that's the case? Like, are they just more progressive? Perhaps they don't have. They're almost like sociopaths in the sense that they don't understand how it affects other people.
They do.
Or their future
they would own the whole town.
No, they're very short-sighted and adjustable. And I think a lot of these people, especially the ones who are out there king cars, morons. No. You know, and all it's going to take is
they own
for
everything. That's a monopoly.
to round up a couple of these just fat.
Yeah, that's how my whole town even started.
It's gonna take. I'm not a fan of Gitmo, Greg.
I know.
I'm not a fan
because
of veering outside the criminal justice system, except for these people. And I have a feeling if they get pretty serious and do press the domestic terrorism charges, that this stuff is going to stop. But they cannot operate unless they're given a dog whistle.
Yes.
And that's all they're waiting for is the next signal. It's like they're zombies.
Yes.
Their rational capacity has emulsified, and now they're waiting for someone else to tell them how and what to do.
Exactly. It's very Manchurian Candidate. Like, they get the suggestion, we don't want you to commit violence. And it's like, and in this case, remember, it was Trump as Hitler. Now it's Musk as a Nazi.
Yeah. And I'm just glad they're not.
And Trump is still Hitler, in their opinion.
We'll remember that.
Look,
Brooke.
it's interesting. You brought this up. They call it Global Day of Action, which is very similar to globalize the Intifada. I call it the Tesla Intifada, which is, and the appropriation of Jewish pain, right? Calling Elon Musk a Nazi and, concentration camps. It's not only is it disrespectful, it's just historical revisionism. And you're bringing this level of hatred and extreme emotion. And these people, like you said, they're just lemmings. All they need is, someone to press the button, react to whatever the cool virtue signaling, day of rage is for them, and, let them go.
They should have a day of bathing.
Yeah. You know what? This is the first time a lawyer ever
We'll
said
call
I was
it.
late.
No. We'll call it a day of bathing, and then we'll get them all in the river and baptize them, drive their demons out.
He knows intelligence.
Tyra, what would you do if someone keyed your car?
Oh God, his face.
What do I typically do when someone keys my car? I raise their children.
Oh, the girlfriend's got his car.
Why you gotta
She's
get
your
those-
own personal Hitler. You got yourself a little female Hitler running around. Good. Up your ass in line. Good.
Bob. Listen, just
Good.
some words of advice here.
Good for you, Spot.
If you're gonna be a thug, if you're gonna go out and covert operations, maybe not wear your favorite fruity pants that day.
Keep your ass in line.
Like
Keep you happy.
between orange guy and
Pajama boy.
pajama guy.
Yeah.
Like, aren't you the party of masks?
Yeah.
Like you're this one stares right into. He didn't even need a mugshot. Just take the one car, and the other guy thinks because he has glasses on, no one's going to see him in his hot orange pants. And then he has the nerve when the police says, "We have it on camera." Huh?
Yeah.
Like, fellas, if you're gonna be warriors, dress up. This is why I got so offended when they were like, "Hey, we got to watch the Republicans.
Yep,
They're
keep
in
your
the hills
hospital
training
corners.
for civil war." We're gonna train
I'm
for
gonna
that.
bounce a quarter off that bed.
Yeah, they don't even own guns. All right, well, except for a few. All right. Coming up, Inmate their drugs. Where?
In 5
We know where inmates hide their drugs.
Hiding fentanyl in your fat. Oh, Kennedy. According to Seattle radio host Jason Rant, a 2022 law replaced strip searches with weak body scanners due to low radiation limits. So now this has led
What?
obese inmates
In
to
their
smuggle
prison
fentanyl
purse?
hidden in their body fat.
And the body fat.
First, it just raises a question: how do inmates get so fat?
She's not a
I think
morning
they're
person.
not making great nutritional choices.
Ooh.
Right on the outside.
Angry. You got the Fuhrer this morning. Ooh, Mon Fuhrer. Oh no. Mon Fuhrer. Yeah, the anxiety is attitude for sure.
It's a high carb diet.
I think they're so busy thinking about
Yes,
fun
prayers up for the
crimes
doctors.
that they're just binging 2 hot dogs for 99 cents at AM PM. And it's a fun way to
How you
live.
make it.
Mon This is a
Fuhrer.
question: how do inmates get so fat?
I think they're not making great nutritional choices.
God.
Greg on the outside.
It's a high carb diet.
I think they're so
They're
busy
hiding
thinking
it in
about
their
these
fat
fun
rolls.
crimes that they're just binging 2 hot dogs for 99 cents at AM PM. And it's
good,
a fun
Mama.
way to live until you're on the inside.
Red
And then you
Mama.
realize, like, there's almost no
good.
utility to being morbidly obese when you're trying to outrun the cops. But then when you gotta go to the pokey, you just tuck a few
To the pokey.
dime bags under your nubs. And
Your nubs.
you're good to go for a few weeks.
You know, Tyra's
The
got to admire
pokey.
the
Who calls
ingenuity
it
of
that?
our average criminal.
Jail
they,
the
take
pokey.
lemons and make it lemonade. They turn fat into
I think I heard it once
something that's like
in
lemonade.
a Western.
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
Serious gut fella.
Them guinea pigs are cutting it up this morning. Yeah, I hear you scurrying around in there like rodents. Kicking up their heels, I'll tell you what. Colon, oh God. Oh, that's no bueno. Oh man. I pray that they are knocking her shit out. Wow. Who knows we're live?
See where you're going with this, Gutfeld.
I didn't.
I think Greg is
Oh,
a little
prayers.
disappointed in this
All the
story because
prayers.
clearly they've upgraded
Lana,
the former
help
method
me
of
out.
transportation for their drugs. So
Louder now.
if
Help
given
me
a
out.
choice,
Yes.
kind of fold.
Yes.
Oh, it's misery.
That went
I
from the
don't
prison ward
want
to the
to
football.
have
Yeah,
to be
yeah, so,
any of that bullshit, y'all.
So you like to see them,
Please,
upgrade
God,
and
keep me safe and healthy.
But at the same time, I can't see there being a long
Routine.
line, sweaty belly.
I don't wanna hear that.
Fentanyl. But I guess that line would be a little longer than ass pocket fentanyl. So I guess
Ass pocket fentanyl.
I guess hey, to each his own. I guess. But
Brooke, this is they're
So
prioritizing
you're saying she's
these
getting cleaned
compassionate
out?
policies, but
Spot.
these compassionate policies allow the
Just
drugs to
an
come
irrigation?
in, and then they die from overdoses. This is an example of everything in this country try to make things better, and it ends up killing more people.
Yeah, so the reason why they're able to do this
When
is
I
because they
turned
don't have the
50.
body scanners anymore because there was too much radiation.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I just literally came from an airport to the studio.
I don't know, Mama Red. He's
that
that mean. Girls too. Me and Red Mama are mortified right now. What do you fucking mean? We're mortified. We're the same age. I think she's younger than me. Holy crap. Listen. I take my magnesium. I'm not bunched up in the tummy tube area. No, not me. I can't want to. No, I can't want to. Good. Yeah, I take magnesium. I'm pretty good. Need to look for. I don't have any poly nothing in my butt. Polyps. Not for cleaning. Look so everywhere else. Listen. I can't want to do that. No.
Washington State Prison
know.
than you do at the TSA. Bizarre, right? So, I mean,
I'm
I don't know.
mortified.
I
That's
don't
horrible.
got much more to say about that.
there was the pocket thing just threw her off. Yeah.
You listen.
Did you ever do this? Do drugs
No,
anymore? But
you
did you ever
listen.
put crack in any weird
No.
spots? Rich? You put crack in your
Not
crack?
everyone.
No, in my lungs. stupid.
Not easy.
It's true. Like you could go after a drug addict, an alcoholic,
Listen, Linda.
but once you start talking about some fat buffet molester, all of a sudden you're a mean
Okay,
guy.
I'm gonna tell you
what I mean?
now,
Yeah.
like
I just
this.
flew home from.
I ain't seen a doctor in
Arizona,
20
and
years,
the
and I
guy
don't
next
plan
to me
on
was
seeing
a
either.
two-seater, not a one-seater. I fall asleep on a window and I wake up and
Damn it.
part of his
God
neck
willing.
is on my shoulder. I don't want to lift his neck off my shoulder. You know what I'm
Sorry.
saying?
Yeah.
Prostate
Take your neck
stuff.
back. It's your neck, not. And I
No,
saw
it's
a
not
lady
for prostate.
try to smuggle a baby on a plane under her fat. Or
I don't know shit about it, girl.
breastfeeding. I don't know what this.
I know it's not for
What this
prostate
pig was doing.
because we don't have one.
This is a
Girls don't have
story you
prostate.
won't see on Outnumbered.
Surprise! Yeah, I don't think
But
so.
Fox and
It's
Friends
not
will be
the
devoting
bad,
3
the prep.
hours to it.
Listen,
They're about to
Spot.
have guests on to show
I
you
think
how
I've
to
heard
hide the
enough.
drugs. Okay, up next, beard implants on the rise. More words.
Not to be, and I swear I'm not trying to be rude or like dismissive of what your poor wife has to go through this morning. I'm just really like fat, dumb, and happy. And I like to stay fat, dumb, and happy. And the way I stay that way is by not thinking about unpleasant things. Yeah, I can't tell. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. But, Indy, how do they check for polyps if you just send your poop in a box? And I don't think it works that way. And I don't really like conversation because I like to be fat, dumb, and happy. Okay? Yeah, you do that.
Beard transplants for the
I'm not
hairless.
engaging here.
Beard transplant surgery is apparently skyrocketed in popularity. Men with patchy facial hair are paying thousands of dollars to have their head hair cut out and inserted onto the face. Have you considered this with your back hair?
No. You know, it's funny. My wife is my beard.
Fucking cold.
Like they took that shot of Kennedy looking disgusted.
Well,
No, this
it's
is
so stupid to get
this
a
has
beard
gone off the
transplant
rails.
when you get Botox or liposuction or
This
something to
has
make
gone
you
off
look
the
good.
rails.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I already did the joke. Go on to someone else. The joke was my wife is a beard, and now, okay, Cyrus.
But I'm Jewish now. Cyrus, old Jewish Cyrus. Shalom.
It's a Shonda.
Yeah.
Tyrus,
He's a mensch, though.
what if
He's a mensch.
what if a child wants to identify as a grown adult and a
That's
beard
easy. You
affirmative
spank their ass
surgery?
and tell them to go back to their room. Listen, a beard is a powerful, prestigious thing for men.
No,
You
Red
you
Mama,
grow it out,
your
and it
head
started-
is
all of us start out with body
sick.
beards.
You
and
have a sick
eventually one day
mind,
it turns
woman.
gray and
Sick.
nobody gives a
Shut your filthy mouth.
This problem we have with vanity
Back
in
to
this kind of like,
beards.
it's if I had a full beard, the ladies would like me
Yeah,
more.
back to
No.
beards. Let's talk about.
You're spotty. You're weird. You're insecure, and no woman likes a guy who's more afraid at night than she is.
That's is this stolen beard valor?
I never got the beard on
Really?
guys. I mean, what girl likes to kiss a guy with?
I know
That's
we
not
say-
funny.
I don't know.
I don't find it funny at all.
Okay. But I was gonna,
Stolen
terrified with
beard
children.
valor.
I was gonna say
Stolen
that there's
beard
Don
valor.
Jr., and he's pretty much the only
Okay,
guy
that's
Yeah.
that I
funny.
think looks good
Oh,
with the
wow.
beard.
He's half
but-
available.
And no, but I had a very disturbing experience on a flight that I had to stop through Turkey.
Yeah. Hair
That's the
transplants.
hair transplant capital of the world.
So all
and
the
it
guys
was
went big
so disgusting.
with just guys with big white patches on their head.
They don't even cover it up. They're bleeding and the blood is dripping
true.
down. It is true.
I've
I'm
seen
not
pictures.
exaggerating. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
I have to look forward to
What?
the face also bleeding.
Yes.
Ugh. Gross.
All right, Ken, last word.
I'm with Tyrus. It's all about confidence.
What did she just
Timothy
say?
Chalamet, like he barely has peach fuzz. I don't
She
even
went
know if
to
he's got-
Turkey and people are transplanting their hair and they're bleeding.
Okay. And then I was going
Those are all bad children. So
I was going to say then there's Don Jr. and he's pretty much the only guy that I
Yeah.
think looks good
Oh,
with
wow.
a beard.
He's half
but-
available.
That's disgusting.
And no, but I had a very disturbing experience on a flight that I had to stop through Turkey.
Stop it.
Yeah. Oh,
And
the hair
apparently that's the
transplants.
hair transplant
That's not
capital
funny.
of the world.
So all the
and it
guys
was
went big
so disgusting.
with big white patches on their head.
They don't even cover it up. They're bleeding and the blood is dripping
true.
down. It is true.
I've
I'm
seen
not
pictures.
exaggerating. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
So now we have to look forward. Face also bleeding.
Yes.
Ugh. Gross.
All right, Kennedy, last word.
I'm with Tyrus. It's all about confidence.
All
Timothy
of this is
Chalamet,
gross.
like he barely has peach fuzz. I don't even know if he's got. Having said that, my teenage daughters have a Timothy Chalamet tracker. He's so attractive to Gen Zers, and it has nothing to do with facial hair
Yeah, it's because he has feminine qualities. That's the thing that attracts.
and a giant penis.
Ew.
You know, she's a mom. You'd think
Yeah,
that she
as
would like
unicorn.
control herself. Okay.
Want to see something
We'll
really
be
cool?
right back.
Watch what the unicorn can do.
Tyrus our studio. It's Tuesday, I'm Greg Apollo of You America.
let's see. We got 19 minutes. Let's listen to some lefties losing it.
Time.
I know, it looks really cool, huh? Oh, yeah. It's 21 plus chat, Laughing Wolf. If my mods go to your channel and see that you're a child, you will be hidden. I say cursey words. That's why.
Time for lefties loot.
Oh, okay. No, you're good, Kit Kat.
The hat on sanity. Watch this
53.
performance from Democrat
Well, you're older than
Congressman
me.
Robert Garcia. He actually thought he was here asking the CEO of taxpayer-funded
Kit Kat.
PBS the following.
We're talking about
People want to know,
colonoscopies.
Is Elmo now, or has he ever been, a member of the Communist Party of the United States? A yes or no?
No.
Actually, it's news and coffee time. And somehow Spa's beautiful wife has to go in for a colonoscopy. This one, we're praying for her, and they're freaking me and Red out, telling us what it entails. And, you know, I'm fat, dumb, and happy, and I just like to remain fat, dumb, and happy. So I don't like to think about unpleasant too long. Yeah, it's not funny.
A yes or no?
It's not funny.
Let's talk
Red
about
Mama.
somebody else. Let's talk about Cookie Monster. Now, we know that Health Secretary RFK Jr. is coming out against fast food and baked. Are we silencing pro-cookie voters? Yes or no?
But cookies are a sometime food.
Now, these two guys actually live together. They're friends. They're supportive of each other. Now, that might be triggering to our chairwoman and some on this committee, and perhaps that's also why we're here today. Kurger, an important question.
He's
Are Bert
holding
and
up a picture
part
of Bert and
extreme
Ernie.
homosexual agenda?
So infantile because, yeah, PBS are never political, are they? Well, let's have a look at a show the taxpayer-funded PBS produced.
So, get your singing voices ready.
There's
Let's start with our
Queen on the
hips.
TV.
The hips on the drag queen go swish, 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 swish.
The hell is the move?
The hips on the drag queen go shimmy, 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 shimmy.
Well, doesn't it
shimmy,
have to smell their own
shimmy,
farts,
shimmy,
even if they don't want to?
blah, blah, blah.
Oh, dear. But there was one lefty losing it even more than the Democrats. Some would say lying even more than the Democrats. And that was NPR CEO and hard left ideologue Catherine Ma.
Do you think that white people should pay reparations?
I have never said that, sir.
Yes, you did. Said
Yes,
it in
you
January
did.
2020. You tweeted, "Yes, the North. Yes, all
He
of
said,
us.
yes, you did.
America. Yes, our original collective sin and unpaid debt. Yes, reparations. Yes, stay."
I don't believe that was a reference to fiscal reparations, sir.
What kind of reparations was it reference to?
I think it was just a reference to the idea that we all owe much to the people who bore us.
That's a bizarre way to frame what you tweeted.
Oops, yes, her old tweets are coming back to
no,
haunt her.
that's
There
called
are
a
plenty
lie.
of them. Ma's old tweets
Hi.
are a hot mess of far-left lunacy and racist emoting, a lot of anti-white racism, and then loopy stuff like
Have
this
a gappy
are getting
day.
triggered with words like boys and girls. She posted, "I do wish I wouldn't use the language of boy and girl.
Hi, love.
It's a raising language for binary
It's good
people."
to see you,
Goodness me.
Marjo. Thanks
This
for
is a
coming
woman
in this
who ran
morning.
Wikipedia and helped ruin that site with leftist propaganda, masking as facts before moving on to NPR. And today she struggled to answer straightforward questions and tried to justify her past hysterical fact-free statements like calling the president a fascist.
Let me ask you, why did you call President Trump a fascist and a deranged racist sociopath in 2020?
Congressman, I appreciate the opportunity to address this. I read those tweets. I would not tweet them again today. They represented a time where I was reflecting on something that I believe that the president had said rather than who he is. I don't presume that anyone is a racist.
You don't believe anyone is a racist?
I don't start by presuming anyone is a racist.
Oh, she's on a roll now. Here she got some laughs when she claimed PR wasn't biased and she knew nothing about the politics of her editorial staff, like the fact that 87 editorial positions are filled by registered Democrats in DC.
Duh.
and 0 by Republicans.
It's really good to see you. Hey, Barbara.
Congressman, I have never seen any
Good
instance
morning.
of political bias determining editorial decisions. No.
It was 87 Democrats,
It's good to see
0
Marcia
Republicans, and you say
Wendy and Barbara
NPR's
and
biased.
and Maid Mama.
And those old tweets kept coming
And
back to
Spa.
haunt her. But don't worry, she has changed
No, you don't,
dramatically
Spa.
in the last 4 or 5,
Stop
half a
it.
decade, as she refers to call it. What a mess.
Do you believe that America is
Stop
addicted
it.
to white supremacy?
I believe that I tweeted that, and as I
not
said
cool,
earlier,
you
I
guys.
believe much of my thinking has evolved over the last half decade.
Has evolved. Why did you tweet that?
I don't recall the exact context, sir. I wouldn't be able to say.
Okay. Do you believe that America believes in black plunder and white democracy?
I don't believe that, sir.
You
No,
tweeted
say
that in
again, sir.
reference to a book you were reading at the time, apparently, The Case for Reparations.
I don't think I've ever read that book, sir.
Catherine, you certainly did. You tweeted about it at length. You took a day off to just read the book. You posted, America begins in black plunder and white democracy. I appreciate the day off today to finally fully read The Case for Reparations. Now you claim you never read it, but you posted about it repeatedly. Okay, let's explore just how lunatic left this woman who ran Wikipedia NPR is. Thankfully, Brandon Gill has the receipts.
All right, come on.
Do you believe that looting is morally wrong?
I believe that looting is illegal, and I
Constantly
counterproductive. I think it should be prosecuted.
Do you believe it's
my
morally
couch.
wrong, though?
Of course.
You tweeted, it's hard to be mad about protests in reference to the BLM protests, not prioritizing the private property of a system of oppression. And the looting, you said that it was counterproductive. NPR also promoted a book called In Defense of Looting. Do you think that that's an appropriate use of taxpayer dollars?
I'm unfamiliar with that book, sir, and I don't believe that was at my time.
I read that book, but
I don't believe that I did read that.
Listen,
Now let's go to the disaster that is Disney's
Red
Snow
Mama,
White. I can't
stop the
imagine why people
torture.
are not warming
I
to
don't
this
wanna.
woke reimagining of a much-loved favourite. And they're not warm to its star Rachel Zegler either. Here she is before the election saying, if you
Nina.
intend to vote for Kamala,
no,
then
you
you
listen
should unfollow her.
and shut your filthy
Oh.
mouth.
Kamala Harris.
Shut
it's
your
actually
filthy
non-negotiable.
mouths.
Our rights are on the line, folks.
Stop it.
Our reproductive rights. Come on. Go vote. And if you disagree with this sentiment, just hit the unfollow button. I don't need your business. Thanks.
Okay, Rachel. Now listen to her promote the film.
The girl you remember, but she's definitely made for the modern age, and there's such an emphasis on what it means to be the fairest of them all. And for Snow White, it's coming to terms with finding herself and finding her inner voice and finding a sense of agency so that
No,
she
you
can
can't.
be a just ruler.
And the reviews
Shit in
are
a
in,
box.
and even this publications can't put lipstick on this pig. This production is a train wreck. Let's go to some of these reviews. We've got this from the
Okay.
Independent. Lazy,
I'm checking out of this
visually repellent.
conversation.
Ouch. Exhausting and toe curling terrible, said The Guardian. The most crucial Disney adult
That's not
nightmare
funny.
ever was from Rolling
Rain
Stone.
Mama,
A strange
please
hot
stop,
mess at the
Barbara,
Huffington
please.
Post, and good enough for it's the nicest you'll get from Vanity Fair.
I don't like to think
Now, you all
unpleasant
remember
thoughts.
Jussie Smollett? Well, we may have found the female version. A Pennsylvania city worker, Latasha Brown, has been charged with staging a fake hate crime. She allegedly planted a noose on her own desk.
The Downtown Police Department conducted a thorough investigation, including interviews of persons, of evidence, and consultation
That's
with the
horrible.
District Attorney's Office of Lehigh County. As a result of the subsequent investigation,
Booty
Latasha
expert.
Brown was charged with tampering with or fabricating physical
You ain't
evidence, a misdemeanor of the second degree, and false reports.
How did
to
we
law
even
enforcement.
get here?
Seems like
Oh,
the
Spa's
demand for
wife.
racism is
Sam's
outside. Now let's go to Elon Musk's transgender son, which Teen Vogue has featured in their publication. Just so this kid can blast his father and the Trump administration. Why else? Vivian Jenner Wilson, a 20-year-old that's not really much, not exactly setting the world on fire,
We
even with their
started
social
there.
media output.
Give us some of your political beliefs.
Familiar expert. I tease.
decree murder, advocate cannibalism, eat, filter my politics, filters my life. Take whatever you like.
And for being so stunning and hating on her anti-woke dad and, of course, Trump, Vivian gets a Teen Vogue fluff piece complete with the star treatment.
Okay. You talk amongst yourself.
Now to CNN with some sobering news about Donald Trump's popularity. If there are any lefties in the, I'm giving you a trigger warning. This is going to hurt.
I think sometimes it's important to do a little reality check and take a little different spin at the numbers. I'm going to do that right here because all we talk about is how unpopular Donald Trump is. But in reality, he's basically more popular than he was at any point in term number one, and more popular than he was when he won election back in November of 2024. What are we talking about? His net favorable rating right now comes in at -4 points.
Listen.
Compare that to where he was
And this
when
is
he
the last
won
thing I'm going to say
in
about
November
it.
of
If anything like
2024
that
when he was
needs
at
to, you
points,
better
or
knock me
March
the
of
fuck out.
2017 when he was at -10 points. So when you compare Trump against himself,
I
he's
better be
actually
under.
closer to the apex than he is to the bottom of the trough. And of course, that's so important because Donald Trump, historically speaking, is underestimated. So I think it's very important to compare him to himself to understand he's actually more popular now than he was when he won.
So, despite the
And I mean that shit from the bottom of my terrified heart.
Donald Trump is more popular now than when he won the election in a
Can't drink my
Remember,
coffee.
he won
Why?
every swing state. He won the popular vote. Kamala
Do we
Harris,
keep making me laugh and spit it out?
to 226 electoral college votes. It wasn't close, folks. And if there was an election today, indicate he'd win with an even bigger margin. Let's go to Newsweek's senior editor-at-large and Article 3 Project senior counsel, Josh Hammer. Josh, that is incredible, those numbers, despite
I'm
the
sorry.
hysteria we hear from
Well, I'm
the
glad
media
I'm at least
relentlessly.
smile and laugh.
Yeah, and there's a number of reasons for that, Rita. So first of all,
But you
there's
guys
the
know,
old pithy
see,
maxim that
this
goes
is
back
torture.
really as
This
old
comes from
as that a
literally,
man is
like,
defined
ripping
not
my
merely by his
fingernails
friends, but
out.
by his enemies. And Donald Trump,
Like,
Donald
this
Trump
is
always had the
my
benefit
jam
really, since
at
his
all.
entire political career started, but especially it seems like over the past 6 months to a year or so, he has the benefit of having world historically just the utter calamity that was the Joe Biden clearly having the mental and
Sorry,
physical
you
decline,
guys.
Kamala Harris being the least popular candidate, frankly just
But
the single worst
I
presidential
just
candidate, I would
know.
argue, in arguably all of American
know.
history there. To Democrats right now,
You're gonna have to
get
knock
on
my head
during
with
the
a
State of the
hammer
Union address to
to
cheer
do
for
anything
Peyton
to me.
McNabb, this high school volleyball player who had her smashed in by a biological male there.
Fuck it.
I mean, Democrats are not just shooting themselves in the foot at this point, they're basically just shooting themselves in the torso. And Donald Trump, above all, is the
With
number
stuff
one
like that.
beneficiary of that. And then you kind of couple that on the one hand with, on the other hand, he's implementing a lot of very
You're not
common sense
ready.
policies. He is
Shit,
leading
I'll
the way
never
on
be
80-20
ready.
issues,
Talking about
70-30
I'm not
issues.
ready.
I mean, the whole Mahmoud
I'm not
Khalil
even gonna
thing at
start to
Columbia
get ready.
University,
Fuck.
this pro-Hamas
I'm just not gonna think
sympathizer,
about it. And if
not
it
even a US
happens, knock
citizen.
me out and take care
let
of
the
it.
lefty complain about deporting him there. I'm sorry. This is probably actually a 90-10 issue, frankly. There. So I mean, he's taken the right side of these
fuck all
overall
y'all.
popular issues there. The Measley is trying
Fuck you. I don't want to
obfuscate,
talk
they're
about
trying to
this.
pull all of the minor quibbles. such
4
as the
minutes.
signal
I'm
group
ending
chat out of
shit.
proportion there, but he is in great shape with the American people. I'm not particularly surprised.
This is
by it.
torture. This is literally like ripping my fingernails out.
Now to a wonderful bit of news. Dr. Jay Bhattacharya, he's already been vindicated years ago. Everything he said about COVID, the COVID measures, turned out to be right. But 4 years ago, Josh, he was not only being defamed extensively, he was placed on a COVID blacklist on Twitter, having very sensible advice censored and suppressed. Today, he has been confirmed director of the NIH, the Institute of Health.
Let's talk about something else.
Dramatic turnaround. What changes is he going to institute?
Bag and a stick.
So first of all, Dr. Bhattacharya is a wonderful human being. I actually know him a bit in a before I was senior editor at Large Newsweek, I was the opinion editor. I ran the op-ed section. We need a number of op-eds from Dr. Bhattacharya. I would email him edits and so forth. Very pleasant man, just a good human being who was severely
gotta shake my tail feathers out
during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Jesus. Look at what it degraded to this morning. It degraded to shitting in a box, bro. Oh, I love it so much. I love you guys so much. We've, been hanging together 3.5, going on 4 years now, some of us, and you guys light up my life. And I love you. Ew. Ew, Wendy, ew. Okay. I love you. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 7 to 8, news and copy time. You guys are nuts. It's a little plastic bag. Gross. Thank you, Mama Red. Okay. Bye, guys. Bye. I love you. Bye.